Hey guys, so tonight I'm going to cook this chicken breast. I have 4 large chicken breasts, about close to 3 pounds worth of chicken, and I have seasoned it with some garlic salt, some black ground pepper, and some roasted garlic and herb seasoning. I'm going to use the New Wave oven to cook it into kind of, it'll end up being kind of like rotisserie chicken because I'm going to shred it up. So I am going to attempt to recreate a recipe that a fellow connector showed me. So I'm going to attempt to make it more Weight Watcher friendly. It's kind of going to be a rotisserie chicken buffalo calzone kind of a thing with the 2 ingredient dough. The connector is, I'm not sure how she pronounces it, but at Mac 1986. So I'm not sure if it's Mac 1986 or Max Mac 1986. Anyways, shout out to her for sharing the recipe with me. Okay guys, so for the 2 ingredient dough, I will be using the Kirkland brand organic Greek non-fat yogurt. And then I also use the gold medal self-rising flour. That way I don't have to add anything else to it. It's just 2 ingredients. So these are the 2 that I prefer to use. And then I have a video. I'm not gonna get into how to mix it and all that because I do have a video already posted under hashtag ink, not mink recipes, or hashtag cook with ink. So, or I'm sorry, cooking with ink. I don't even know my own hashtags yet. Just made them. So anyways, I'm gonna do for this recipe, I'm gonna make 4 of the calzone chicken. And so I use 1 cup of the flour and you see 1 cup of the yogurt. And look how thick this yogurt is. And that's why I like it. A lot of people say that they've had problems with stickiness. I've never really had that issue. So I really do like the Kirkland brand yogurt. So I'm gonna get to this and then I'll come back. Okay, so the chicken is done, but I always advise people to use a thermometer to check the temperature on the chicken. Whew, it seems hot to me. So I'm gonna see if I can get that in there good. There. So let's see where this chicken is at. You want it to be, I think, around 180. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's definitely cooked. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put all of my chicken breasts into a bowl and get a fork and start shredding that up. So I'll be back. And I did check the temperature of all of them. So just one by one, I quickly just to double check. They're all past 180, so they're all cooked. It seems very juicy because it's like dripping. So anyway, I just wanted to add that. I do check the temperature of all the meat. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do with my chicken is, by the way, you could buy a rotisserie chicken. I just wanted to make it more Weight Watcher friendly by using all white meat. So it would be 0 points versus adding points in for the dark meat. So anyway, as you can see, I'm just gonna, my bowl would stop spinning. So I'm just gonna take the fork here and just kind of shred up all the pieces. Hey guys, so I finished shredding the chicken up. I should have mentioned probably that I did not plan on using all 4 of the breast for this particular recipe. I will be putting some of that away, and then I will list in the description about how much chicken you should use for this particular recipe. Also, I wanted to mention, if you don't have a New Wave oven, you could just boil the chicken just as easily. Just season it while you're boiling it and then shred it up. It would probably actually even shred a little easier. So maybe next time I'll do that. Or you can buy a rotisserie chicken and add extra points, like I mentioned, for the dark meat. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, so here we go. What I did is I measured out 1 pound of the shredded chicken. That way each, I'm gonna call them calzone, can have 4 ounces of the mixture. It'll be a little higher once we add the ranch and buffalo sauce. So let me show you what ingredients we will be using. I have the Frank's Red Hot Wings buffalo sauce, and we'll be using 1 cup of that. We'll be using 1/3 cup of this Lite Ranch, and then I'm also using a total of 2 ounces of the Trader Joe's light shredded cheese, which each calzone will get 1/2 ounce. So that's what I'm rolling with. Let's go ahead and start doing this. So I'm gonna add the 1 cup. I wasn't sure if I should use a 1/2 cup, but let's go for it. So we're gonna do 1 cup of that. I have 1/3 cup of the ranch. And I'm going to mix this up. You guys, I just wanted to mention the Frank's buffalo sauce is 0 points. You could actually use that to make a lot of stuff, and just, you know, whenever you get tired of that just boring plain chicken, just add a little buffalo sauce. Okay, so anyway, just keep mixing it. And then now I'm gonna roll out the dough, and we're gonna fill it up with the meat mixture and then the cheese. We're gonna bake it at 400 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 400 degrees so it's ready for you. Mine's already ready. Okay guys, so I went ahead and measured my dough and split it into 4 even sections, and I've already rolled it out to about a 7-inch circular square. So anyways, now what I'm gonna do is measure out my cheese, and I'm gonna put a 1/2 ounce of cheese on each of these. So that's 1, here's 2. And as I always say, I'm just freestyling. I really don't know what I'm doing here, I'm just doing it. The great thing about freestyle, right? Oh, I did. Okay. Right on the nose. So this is a 1/2 ounce of cheese in each calzone. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get the chicken mixture, and I think I would like to actually measure this out as well. So because the ranch does have points, I want to make it as even as possible. So I'm gonna do about 4 ounces of chicken in each. I know you guys can't see me right now measuring. So we're gonna do about 4 ounces of the chicken into each one. I did create a recipe in the recipe builder, and each one of these will end up being 5 points. So not too bad. I mean, shoot, you're getting dough, you're getting 4 ounces of chicken, you're getting cheese. So obviously the chicken mixture is gonna weigh a little bit more because of the sauce and the ranch. So I measured all of these out at 4.5 ounces, and I still have chicken left over. So I'm just gonna make sure that we got enough chicken in all of them. I mean, at this point you can kind of just eyeball it and make sure that it's looks full enough for you and even. Be a Weight Watcher rebel. Looks like I'm gonna have some chicken left over here, guys. So maybe 1 pound is too much. Okay, so it's not that much left over, but you can see I still had a little bit left over, but I think if I try to add any more, it'll be too full. So now at this point, I'm sorry, I've got the camera leg all in the shot. I'm doing horrible tonight filming, you guys. I'm so sorry, I'm really tired tonight. Okay, so now at this point, I'm going to do is go ahead and let's start with this one. Take this and I'm going to flip it over. I'm gonna bend and fold. Bend and fold. You might need to put a little flour on your hands just so your hands don't stick. I had just washed my hands, so that's why they're... bend and fold. So I'm just gonna keep bending and folding the edge, just like that. So let's do one more. Flip it over. You wanna, the corner, you're gonna tuck it in and fold. And make sure you're grabbing that bottom one. Fold it up. Fold it up. Stretch out the top if you need to, and fold it up. So you just want to keep pinching that in there so that it seals that mixture that we just put in there. And be sure to fold those corners in on the corners. Okay, now at this point, you guys, the original recipe, you would actually just brush oil on there. However, I'm going to use 0 point, and I'm just going to spray olive oil on them. And yes, I will clean my counter afterwards. I'm going to carefully transfer these into my pan here. This is a copper pan, so I don't need to spray it. However, if you have a pan that might stick, I think you're gonna need it, I would coat the pan. Am I gonna have room? I made them so big. Okay, hopefully these don't puff too much and get stuck together. Okay, well, maybe I need a bigger pan next time. So there we have it. We filled them with the filling, with the chicken. We sprayed a little olive oil. And the last step is we're going to just cut a couple little slices. That's it. So just cut a couple little holes in the top there. And then I'm ready to stick these in the oven. I did mention before, but they're gonna go in at the 400 degrees. I'm going to check mine at 20 minutes and then bake them up to 25. So 20 to 25 minutes, you guys. This is what I've got. They're gonna be 5 points a piece, and I'll be back. Okay guys, the timer just went off. I ended up doing a total of 25 minutes. So let's go ahead and pull these out. At 20 minutes, they still weren't brown. So I went ahead and left them for 25 minutes, 400 degrees. Wow, look at that. They look yummy. All right, so that's it. I hope you enjoy this recipe. And I apologize for the all over the place video. I just, I don't know this recipe by heart, so I was kind of winging it as I went, and so I was kind of all over the place. But anyway, this is the final product. They look delicious. Okay guys, so this is how I plated it. I added some celery, or you could actually also make a side of the non-fat Greek yogurt with the ranch, and you can give yourself a little celery with ranch on the side maybe. So that's another idea. Anyway, 5 points, you guys. Okay, you know I had to come back after I cut it open. Look at that. Look at that, amazing. It's a buffalo chicken, mozzarella cheese, 2-ingredient dough, calzone. I wanted to definitely give my review on the taste. This recipe is freaking amazing. I love it so much. I'm gonna make it often, not all the time. I'm trying here. I just said I'm not gonna eat 2-ingredient dough and bread and all that stuff as much, and the first meal I make has 2-ingredient dough. I'm trying, you guys, I'm trying. Anyways, delicious, delicious. 100% recommend this if you like buffalo wing sauce. It is so yummy. Totally worth the 5 points. Oh, and I checked, just in case you want to be greedy and have 2, it does go to 11 points, okay? All right, guys, I'm gonna get back to eating.